here we are. This is who we are.
Everyone, welcome to the channel. Nathan, I know you're very excited, and I'm very excited, but I think you're probably even just a little bit more excited that we are covering, or I should say reacting to, reviewing/reacting to a full album by the band artist Florence and the Machine.
Mm-hmm. I'm a huge fan. I have purposely avoided Florence and the Machine, any like upcoming stuff, and I haven't even done the previous album other than Dance Fever, which I listen to it all the time. But maybe there's a part of me that hoped that somebody would eventually just request it. So when I saw this is coming up, I was really excited. Long story short, I had a bunch of stuff going on, and now we're doing it.
Right.
And I'm excited.
As a side note, I just want to say to our patron who gave us this album to request, they were so patient with us, Nathan. The month of June went by and I oopsed it, and then July you were gone because they really want you to be a part of this reaction. They said this is specifically for all of us to react to, but unfortunately Danielle couldn't be here today. But Vader's pet pig, that's who gave us this. No, I that's the Patreon name. I know they gave me a different name in the email, but I don't know which one they want us to use, so I'm going by the Patreon name. So Vader's pet pig wants you to be a part of this, and this is what they had to say. You ready?
All right.
Album requests of Ceremonials by Florence the Machine. This is their sophomore album. That means second album for those who don't know. And it's the project that defined their sound after their debut album, Lungs. It's loud, vulnerable, and has deep lyrical content. I would suggest having lyrics on standby, or specifically the genius lyrics. So if you want to bring those up, we can one song at a time. I do have a write-up, Nathan, though. I do have a write-up for each song. I did a little bit of homework. So I have a write-up for each song, what the songs are about, which I did use geniuslyric.com to get the meaning of lyrics. So, and I will say, Nathan, I hope you're okay with this. I made an executive decision without consulting with you, so don't get mad at me. And I hope Vader's pet pig doesn't get mad at me. For the, I was really tempted just to get like the live versions of each song, because I just love seeing her live. But it's like, no, we should do the studio sound. That should be at least, it's an album request. We're listening to the album. So I did pick Where Applicable, and she seems to have a lot for this album, where there's a music video that goes with it. So still the studio sound, but accompanying music video. Why not, right? Why not see the visuals and get to see her on camera too? And but the first song doesn't have a video, just FYI. But the next 5 for today's part 1 has videos. So they released a lot of videos with this album. Yeah. Okay. Here we go, Nathan. A background also regarding this album. You ready? This album was released on my birthday.
Oh.
October 28th, 2011. Yeah. Okay. It was recorded at Abbey Road and Wolf Tone Studios in London.
Wow.
It features genres like Baroque pop, art pop, indie pop, neo soul, power pop, gothic pop, and snap crackle pop. Okay.
Yeah.
It was produced by Paul Epworth, who also worked on their debut album Lungs. And the album did indeed receive positive reviews. The Grammy nominations for Best Pop Vocal Album, for Best Pop Duo Group, debuted at number 1 in the UK, Australia, Ireland, and New Zealand. Reached number 6 in the US. 5 singles from this album.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's a little bit of the overview. Now, Nathan, they released a song on one of your favorite films of all time. It's a song called Heavy in Your Arms for the Twilight saga Eclipse.
Oh, pooh.
Nate, do you want to share quickly your thoughts on the Twilight movie Eclipse? Okay. Well, Florence seemed to like the movie. She released a song for that. Anyways, what else? Okay, well, we'll talk about other things. I do have, like I said, I have a little write-up for each song that we're doing from genius.com. I kind of like, I was going to ask you, do you want me to tell you what the general meaning of the song is before we hear it or after?
If you already know it, then don't say it ahead of time.
Okay, so you want me to say it to you after? As you know, I miss lyrics anyway, so I'm happy knowing it already, and I'll just say it after. Okay, so if you like, after the song ends, I could just say what the general meaning of the theme of the song is, and then we just go into just say it, and then we go from there if you want. Or do you want to say what you think first?
I'll say what I think first, and then fill in.
Okay, so why don't we just do that? Why don't we just have you start every song? You just start with your, and then we'll because I'm always curious about what you think of lyrics and things like that. So okay, so Nathan, if you want, the first song title is Only If for a Night. if you have the lyrics up for that.
I do have the lyrics.
Okay, perfect. All right, here we go.
And I had a dream about my old school, and she was there all pink and gold and glittering. I threw my arms around her legs, came to weeping, came to weeping.
Ceremonials.
The service began in the graveyard doing handstand, and I heard your voice as clear as day, and you told me I should concentrate. It was all so strange and so surreal that a ghost should be so practical, only if for a night. And the only solution was to stand and fight. And my body was bruised and I was set alive. But you came over me
Okay, right. This is different than
Oh.
I think. Well, it's different than the sound of Florence the Machine that I'm used to.
Because you've
And I
listened
can,
to their latest album, right? A lot, or
yeah. Well, I don't know. Is there another one after Dance Fever?
I'll look it up. You keep talking.
Yeah, because I mean that was almost like 2 years ago that we got our first Florence when we did that album.
We did the whole album, yeah.
Yeah, and I can see the sound is developed here. Like I can hear like some of the sound from that album. It's not like they're completely different, hemispheres. They're similar in some ways, but there's something that reminds me of other artists around this time. Like 2011. Yeah, there's like
2011
sort of campy vibe from a bunch of there's a bunch of artists from that time. Oh, and I can't remember some of the titles. I remember going to work. Well, I've been working at this camp that I work at in the summer for almost 20 years. And there's music like this played at just like people who are like outdoorsy are very eclectic, and they have their sound. And I just remember hearing this in like the kitchen at this place that when we went and did the canoeing. There's a bunch of these very kind of hippie guys that they're in my mind they were cool, right? But they're playing this kind of stuff, and I could hear this sound, not this particular song, but like this particular sound for sure. And it reminds me of that time because it was that's when I started working for this camp. I'm trying to remember the name of this band that I don't know. Was listening to. Anyway, it'll probably come to me eventually. But,
sure.
But I like the song. So back to the song. I really enjoy the song, and I like the. I would say that the lyrics. I mean, Florence is sometimes famous for this too, where the lyrics they're a bit harder to like pin down as to what exactly they would mean.
I'm curious what you think though, because I have the answer key here. So I'm curious.
Yeah.
I'm actually generally curious what you got from. What do you think the theme is about?
That's hard to. That one is hard. It's a little more like lyrically.
It's tough. I mean, I'm looking at the meanings.
Poetry like this is like, wow, it's there's nothing, one thing I could nail down. You could say, oh, it's about going to her old school and feeling this experience of being. No, it's not, because it goes on to like, you came over me like some holy rite. A ghost should be so practical, only for a night. I don't know.
Well, it's hard to pin down because to help you a little bit, it was sparked by a dream that Florence had while she was in a camper van. So, yeah.
The camp part, right?
Yeah, there you go. See, there you go. She's dreaming at a camp.
It feels very like carefree, I think is the right way to.
Well, dreamlike, yeah.
Well, it's got a folk
surreal
kind of sound to it. It's got a, I wouldn't pin it down as rock sounding. There's some songs on Dance Fever that are a lot more rock sounding.
Yeah,
and this feels
that's right.
A little more chill.
So here you go. Here's the general meaning or themes. Again, I got this from the verified from 4 sites, so people don't at me. Okay, the song delves into themes of loss, memory, and supernatural guidance inspired by Florence's late grandmother, who died when she was 11. The grandma was 11? Boy, she had kids young. Oh, Florence was 11. Sorry. It portrays
I missed your humor.
Oh, well, it's a misplaced modifier, right? Because when you say she, came after grandmother, right? So, yeah, that's my favorite thing to talk about, the misplaced modifier. Anyways, it portrays a dreamlike encounter with her ghost, with the grandma's ghost providing practical advice. There you go. So the grandmother's giving advice, evoking a surreal interaction. Additional influences include Joan of Arc and viewing her grandmother as a tragic heroine, blending personal grief with historical and mystical elements. There you go. It's a bit all over the place, like a dream, I guess you could say.
Yeah, reminded me of Samuel Taylor Coleridge, Kubla Khan. It's a romantic poet from the early 1800s. He wrote this one poem that just is like, oh, he must have been high when he wrote that one.
Well, we're going to get into some of that with Florence. She liked to do a little bit of that. Drink it.
Okay.
But for me, as Nathan and most of our viewers know on our channel, that I'm it's funny we talked about this, or I've talked about this with you, but I've been listening to like podcasts recently, a lot of music podcasts. Just so happens like some musical guests have been on podcasts that aren't music podcasts, if that makes sense. Right. And in fact, it was actually Billy Joel was on the Bill Maher podcast, and Billy Joel talked about how he himself listens to music and doesn't give a flying F about the lyrics.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, what he goes, I get to the lyrics later. I just want to know if I can tap my feet. I'm like, Billy, that's me and you. That's probably where the similarities end with me and Billy Joel. But it's interesting that a musician, a lyric writer himself, because he's really great at lyrics, of course. But he says for himself, even when he listens to music, it's like first it's like this, and then the lyrics will eventually mean something to him later on a first time listen. So I thought that was interesting.
Yeah, I think that 100% applies in this song. It well, this goes back to my whole theory about listening to music in general, and poetry for that matter, is you should never come at it with this intent to try and understand it the first time around. It's a waste of your time.
That's why I have the answer key here to help us a little bit, because I just want to make sure Vader's pet pig, who gave us this request, that I want to give them our full attention to this album, if that makes sense, to help us with the first time listen. Okay, Vader's pet pig, we appreciate it. But yeah, I would say my feelings on the song. This is a great opener, and this actually wasn't even a single. So I'm looking at the singles. I do have them, Nathan. So when they come up, I'll let you know this was the first, second, third, whatever single. But this was not even a single. But this is a great opening track. So that gives me a lot of hope. This album is probably pretty good. I'm sure it is. Obviously, Vader's pet pig likes it very much. That's why they want us to listen to it. But what a strong opening track, wouldn't you say?
Oh yeah,
and I love the choral bell, piano playing, the symphony, the strings. I guess Florence is known for. I think we'll probably hear a lot of the strings throughout this album. Probably string that very orchestral. How do you say it? Orchestral. Thank you very much. Okay, so again, a reminder here: the next 5 songs on our part 1, Nathan, and listener and watcher, will be music videos. So, for me, I don't really grab lyrics right away. Anyways, this is good for me just to see the music video that Florence wants us to look at while we listen to the song as well. But I'm going to be curious to see how much, if anything, if the video does represent the lyrics, if that makes sense. Because sometimes music videos could just be, we're images.
Yeah. I've got the lyrics on hand, but I'm going to watch the video.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. All right, here we go. So this next one's called, she covers Taylor Swift's Shake It Out. Okay, good. This is good.
Yeah. That's what Taylor Swift sings.
Is that what it is? No?
Shake it off.
Regrets collect like old friends, here to relive your darkest moments. I can see no way, and all of the ghouls come out to play, and every demon wants his pound of flesh, but I like to keep some things to myself. I'd like to keep my issues strong. It's always darkest before the dawn, and I've been a fool and I've been blind. I can never leave the past behind. I can see no way, I'm always dragging that horse around. All of his questions, such a mournful.
I love the organ.
Yeah, that slow build. I like that chord.
Well, I think I just found my new favorite Florence the Machine song.
Oh boy.
Yeah, that gives me all the same kind of like woohoo. That my favorite song that are like Free is my favorite one from the, Florence. I've listened to it many, many times. And this one I mean, it's a different topic, I think, this song, but it's still, I don't know, just as like relevant, I guess. The idea that, like, you know, you got to deal with everybody wants their thing, blah blah blah. Life sucks. It's, you know, it is what it is, and just shake it out. Like at the very core of it, that's sort of the idea, right? I'm gonna, like, here's a good line. I'm done with my graceless heart. So tonight I'm going to cut it out and then restart, because I like to keep my issues drawn. It's always darkest before the dawn. Like, there's hope. I guess that's what it is. There's the idea that there's hope, and shake it out, because like it's hard to dance with the devil on your back. It's hard to like, you know, make the most out of your life when you've got your issues always there. Yeah, it hits me in that place because that's me. Like I live with, you know, depression, and it's but the only way I can move on from it is to just like, yeah, it's still right there behind me, but I got stuff to do. Yeah,
Stuff like this channel, Nathan, like this review, like this album review. No, music is no, it's funny, music is a wonderful depression helper. Like, it's hard to, even when you're feeling sad and listen to a sad song, it's, you kind of channel that sadness into the song. You kind of let the song take it from you. And I think that's what music's really good at, is it's like it can be like a crying partner, the breakup song, or the celebratory song as well. Like, songs are great at extracting emotion from you, so you're not carrying that. Even too much excitement's not good to hold in. It's good to let things out, good and bad, to be balanced, right? And music is a good tool for balancing, and you actually hit the nail on here, Nathan. So here is the general meaning and themes for Shake It Out. This anthem focuses on overcoming personal struggles, regrets, and negative patterns, using metaphors like dancing with the devil on one's back to symbolize shaking off burdens for a fresh start. So, Nathan, you nailed it. Congratulations.
Yeah, I knew me and Florence had something in common.
Yes, you're both lyrical geniuses, Nathan. So it evolved from a literal hangover experience to a broader cathartic release of hangover ghouls and self-imposed cycles. I like that, self-imposed cycles. The song itself, Nathan, was voted 2012 track of the year by NME magazine. I believe that is a music magazine. Yeah, so I could see why it was. I could see why this was the first single from the album. Great. I mean, I could see that. As much as I loved the first song, I think, oh, it's a strong song. Like, it could have easily been a single. I think this might be one of these albums where you would probably, as a artist and record company, might have a hard time, in a good way, embarrassment of riches, trying to figure out what do we tell people, hey, this is a good album, you know, like what song do we release? And so far they're 2 for 2, but this song, yeah, the chorus is amazing. I love that joyful, even though the not the lyrics are sad, but it comes from this place of struggle and overcoming darkness in your life or whatever it is. But the chorus presentation is very, it's very joyful and exuberant. Boy, this is a good song. This is a really good song. The chorus right away hits. It's a catchy as F chorus, and it's designed to be what it is, and I like it. I like her vocal work. I mean, I haven't really spoken much about her vocals. I apologize, but I love her vocal work. It's very, I don't know what the word is, but I've already used the word choral. Have we used it? But that has that kind of like, sound, but she popifies it at the same time. It's not. Yeah.
And is she just overlaying her vocals with herself, or is someone else singing?
I'm 90% sure. In fact, when you go to the personnel track, the personnel listing of the album, it says here Florence does all the vocals, but there are backing vocals by individuals. So she does use, looks like 1, 2, 4 people for backing vocals. So there's probably overlaying as that as well. But I suspect the majority of the overlaying is probably hers, and then she has some people helping out for sure. But
Yeah.
she is it's interesting. Her and the producer Epworth, they write the songs together. So this is one of those, not to bring other artists in, but we've reacted to other artists where when you say their names, doesn't matter. But we've reacted to some very big artists who it's because what I'm saying is it's not always that the producer helps write the music and the songs. So that's when you see producer and artist writing and producing together, it's almost like you don't get more collaborative than that.
Yeah.
To have the producer also writing your songs as you sing them and write those. So she's writing them with Epworth, and Epworth is then producing the album, which I suspect she's probably producing with him type thing. I would say, yeah. But so cool. Okay, so the next one, Nathan, is What the Water Gave Me. And I should have told you with the other ones. That was the first single. What the Water Gave Me is not officially a single from the album, but it has a music video, funny enough. So let's check it out. Yeah.
Like a behind the scenes.
Maybe. Like that.
That's what the water gave me. And time goes quicker between the two of us. But oh my love, don't forsake me. Take what the water gave me. Lay me down. Let the only sound be the overflow. Pockets full of stones. Lay me down. Let the only sound be the overflow. And oh, poor Atlas was a beast of a burden. You've been holding up a long time, and all this longing, and the ships all left to rust. That's what the water gave us. So lay me down. Let the only sound be the overflow. Pockets full of stones. Lay me down. Let the only sound be the overflow. They took your loved ones, but returned them in exchange for you. But would you have it any other way? Would you have it any other way? You couldn't have it any other way. 'Cause she's a cruel mistress, and a bargain must be made. But oh my love, don't forget me when I let the water take me. So lay me down. Let the only sound be the overflow. Pockets full of stones. Lay me down. Let the only sound be the overflow. Only sound be the overflow.
Oh, is that Savvy Road Studios? Wow, cool. Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I don't know if I can really say much about the lyrics on this one because I think I was just listening and
Sure. Yeah.
appreciating just I think there's something about her spirit of who she is and her like just like she's got the music in her, right? Like she's
got the devil in her.
No, she's got the like.
It's a joke. Remember those old movies and stuff when the person's dancing because they're.
Oh yeah, you got to get the devil out.
Yeah. Okay.
She seems to be. She just has like this creativity that feels like it's got to get out of her. So she, and I'm sure that's what she's like at a concert too. Like she just kind of is moving to her own music, which is fantastic. I'm not qualified to say what I'm going to say, so I'm just saying this is my own like. I don't know enough about bands from the era that I'm going to reference. All I can reference is my own experience. So a band that you and I love, and I probably love a lot more than you, is the band U2.
Why are we measuring the love? How do we prove that's true?
I've loved U2 for a long, long time, and I've you don't like the more recent stuff as much as I do, but I when I was introduced to U2, I went through this weird thing where like because the first album was Joshua Tree, right?
Yeah.
And then I went back to some of the older stuff, and I liked it, but I didn't like it as much. I was like, no, it's not as good as Joshua Tree. And then like the older stuff started to grow on me, and then I realized how much I enjoyed that old stuff too. Mm. What this reminds me is music from that era, the like early U2 sound, kind of a punkish sound, a little bit. Not totally. Again, I'm not qualified to say it, so feel free. It's not what she was doing. It's what it reminds me of a little bit, of kind of like the sound before you found your sound, which is more explorative, more creative. That's what it feels like to me.
Yes, you're also not qualified to tell me how much I like a band. Such a weird. I liked it better than you. Well, I don't know about
my love for them is deeper.
I do like them quite a bit. You must like them quite a bit. Anyways, I would say they're a couple of their latest albums. Those are some good songs on there. The emotional connection. Maybe this is partly your age when you're young, a teenager. And you emotionally connect to stuff at that age that you just it's harder. I think it's hard. But I say that, but I'm listening to this song and I felt it right away. So let's just be honest. This album might be better than U2's latest album. So that's not a slight on U2, or it's just if the matter is you're seeing an artist here. This is her sophomore effort, her second album, and you can see her really spreading her wings here with the sound and I'd be curious to hear what Lungs sounds like. I bet you it sounds not as good. I bet with this album they're really. And that often happens with sophomore albums. I find if you get any artist, their second albums, he's like, okay, let's really do XYZ. Let's really pump it up. Let's really explore this. Let's add a little bit more. And that can be good or bad. Sometimes people say that's too much or whatever. But what I'm getting from this second album, without knowing the first album, I'm getting the sense the reason why Vader's pet pig asked us to react to this is I can just call them VPP if you want. Is because there's something really grand about this sound, and I love. I got the punk. That's fair. There is a little bit of that punk, but this is something. And I also got what you said about seeing Florence. I agree. I'm glad we picked the videos to hear the studio sound with the visuals because seeing her doing I remember we've seen some live performances of some later like concert footage from the 2020s, and she was fantastic on stage. The way she ran around and you see she does have this very free, and I don't want to say Woodstocky hippie spirit, but it kind of feels like that. But you know what I mean? That very free and just like the music but it's done in a way that's not annoying. I know I'm not trying to get anyone mad at me.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
There's that,
you're not going like, is that like really? Are you
like
just doing that?
Yes, like a caricature almost. Like, are you? Oh, you're all about peace and love. Okay, cool, good for you. You know, it comes very natural with her, and she's
genuine.
She's gorgeous too. She's very pretty. The red hair, the jawline. Like she's aesthetically very pleasing. But the way she sings, very deep and Yeah, I don't know. And I think in this song in particular, we definitely hear the backing vocals because I think that when she's like, I think she's directing the vocal work. I'm not sure because it shows some of the studio and she's got the headphones on and she's got her arms in the air. I think she's directing the background vocal people. Anyways, I love the behind the scenes stuff too. That was cool. Nothing in this video showcased what the song is about. Maybe there's a reason because if you look at because the video visual was very fun, fun, bright. They're dancing in the studio but here's what the song's about. The track explores overwhelming emotions, sacrifice, and water as an uncontrollable force demanding tribute, metaphorically representing vast, indescribable feelings. It was inspired by, do you know these people? Frida Kahlo painting.
No.
Okay, and Virginia Woolf's Suicide by Drowning.
Oh, okay. I knew that.
Yeah. So it touches on themes like parents sacrificing for children, swept to sea, and abusive relationships ending. So, some heavy subjects.
Okay.
So I suspect this was not a single officially, according to Wikipedia. It wasn't released as a single. But again, now we're three for this. This wasn't even a single. This could have easily gone on the radio or whatever. The airwaves and said, hey, come check out this new album by Florence because this has this great pop sound throughout. It's like the beats per minute with doom, doom, doom. It's a boom, boom, boom. It was very fast but it was just so full of instruments and instrumentation. And I don't know which one I like more now. I don't like to rank songs with first time listens because it always feels like that's a great song. That's the best song because it's always the last impression. But so far we're going like this. Then I get nervous. We say this every time. It's like, okay, now we've peaked. The next song is going to be a bore fest. So let's find out. Okay. So the next song, Nathan, is called Never Let Me Go.
Okay. I got the lyrics up.
Okay. And I believe, just one second, my friend.
Also a video.
Yeah. Also a video, but doesn't mean it was a single, which we just found out with the last song. Never Let Me Go, however, was the third single released from the album and fourth track on the album. Here we go.
Okay.
Oops.
Looking up from underneath, fractured moonlight on the sea. Reflections still look the same to me as before I went under. And it's peaceful in the deep cathedral where you cannot breathe. No need to pray, no need to speak. Now I am under. And it's breaking over me. 1,000 miles down to the seabed. Found a place to rest my head. Never let me go. Never let me go. Never let me go. In the arms of the ocean, I carry you. When all this devotion was rushing out of me, and the crushes I had for a sinner like me, but the arms of the ocean delivered me. Though the pressure is hard to take, it's the only way I can escape. Seems a heavy choice to make, but now I am under, and it's breaking over me. 1,000 miles down to the seabed, found a place to rest my head. Never let me go. Never let me go. Never let me go. In the arms of the ocean, I carry you. And all this devotion was rushing out of me, and the crushes I had for a sinner like me, but the arms of the ocean delivered me. And it's over, and I'm going under, but I'm not giving up. I'm just giving in. So cold and so sweet, the arms of the ocean, so sweet and so cold, and all this devotion
Say the Zamboni guy comes out, like, you gotta be kidding me. He's like, really? What kind of hell hockey game were you playing today?
You got to explain what a Zamboni is for some people.
Oh, it's the machine that smooths out the ice after every hockey period, so the skaters can skate again on the next game, the next period. Anyways, yeah. Other than destroying the ice, which stressed me out as a hockey fan, sacred ground. No, it was fantastic visual images there. I'm curious. I forget what I found out about the song because I'm curious now. Because well, before you get to it, let me see what I grabbed just for the visual. Oh, you do? You have it?
I don't. No,
I
don't have anything.
Well, it's interesting. You saw that she was almost like not bleeding, but it was coming out of her mouth, the black goo, and then she was covered in black paint, ooze, like almost like an ooze, and then the bubbles wrapping around her, trying to clean or purify. And there's a lot of water imagery. Again, I think that's. I think I remember reading that there's the two songs that we've heard back to back are water songs, but this one we had an actual visual elementation, which probably represents lyrics. We have something dark within her, maybe coming out, and then there's the outside cleaning system, which is the bubbles trying to wash her clean, and she's almost not quite getting clean from it. I will say, whoever wore the wet socks, they should get a pay raise. Wearing wet socks has to be the worst feeling. Like, it's torture. So let's give a shout out to the poor soul. Okay, wet sock scene. You put those on. Is there any worse feeling than wet socks? What's worse, wearing wet socks or not wiping your bum properly? What's the worst feeling?
I had wet socks this last.
I was gonna say
it was raining for 2 days straight.
Oh no!
And we were out backpacking. It was super fun.
So, do you have any guesses what it's about before I give the answer key? Or
I mean,
I got something right here.
Like, "Never Let Me Go" is the title.
Yeah.
But there's this references to the water again, kind of like the last song. Like the last song had a bit of that, and I don't think it's the same. I don't think that it's about drowning per se. There's
no, it's not. You're right. There's
1,000 miles to the seabed, for a place to rest my head. But I don't think that's it. Yeah, never. But it is darker than that song. It seems like a love song, like "Never Let Me." Found a place to rest my head. Never let me go. But like saying that about going under the ocean seems dark. So maybe it is. Maybe I'm.
No. What? Yeah, you're right. I mean, you're right to think. Well, it's art. There's no wrong or right answer. But I do have.
Yeah. As far as like the song, though, I would say this: the music itself is again top notch. It's like it felt like. Here's what it felt like for this one. I thought like the structure of the song is actually really basic. Like as far as like chords, it's like
sure,
like, dun, 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 like it's 4 chords throughout the whole song.
And the truth.
But this is why Florence is so good, right? She really knows how to like use her vocals to tell the story. Like, yes, there's the words written on the page, and yes, there's the chords, but her vocals are so unique and so different than anybody else's that the way that she bends the notes, it's just so unique to her that if somebody else were to try and pull this off, they couldn't. And to me, that says, like, I think people will be listening to Florence for hundreds of years. Like they'll go back, when like you go back to history and you go, oh yeah, there's Shakespeare and then there's this person. Florence is gonna be one of those people because she's just that different. And I think that's how re-listenable it is. So I love it.
Yeah, great song. I had a feeling, not that this is a worse song than the first 3, but I had a feeling we're going to get a song that's going to slow down a little bit. Like, because the last song was the beats per minute were pretty quick, and we're now getting to a third through the album. So I'm like, I bet you're going to get a more somber or darker song. It's exactly what we got. This song, the general meaning and themes of this one, Nathan, are themes that include submersion in water, of course, as a metaphor for surrender, spiritual redemption, sin, and a deep connection to a lover, continuing the drowning narrative from the previous track. It evokes being carried by the ocean and reclaimed by dark waters, with interpretations ranging from, again, suicide to embracing overwhelming feelings without release. One of our patrons said this. So Kathleen, a fan of Florence, had this to say. Kathleen says this is one of their favorites. Florence only started singing this again in the last couple of years after several years of not doing so, I guess, as it reminded Florence too much of a difficult time in her life. Ooh, that's what we go. So something dark. Yeah, it's definitely something dark. Because the video, that's what I mean. The video, cool, well shot, neat imagery, but it was not bright and light like the previous video. There was not a lot of color. It was in the shadows. It was dark, black, the bubbles destroying the ice. Yeah.
The duality is nice too, because it again, you could just listen to that song and not care about the lyrics until you realize that there's some darkness to it. Yeah.
All right. The next track on the album, track 5, is that. Oh, speaking of Twilight, it's Breaking Dawn. Oh, sorry, no, Breaking Down. Never mind.
you titled it in here.
I know. I just typed it quickly. Yes. Thankfully, nobody sees the title when I put it up. But anyways, yeah, this is not Breaking Dawn, Nathan. I'm sorry. This is Breaking Down, just like our channel. Our channel, Breaking Down. Again, we have another video, which is interesting. This is from her. I made sure these were from her actual, like, official. These weren't like fan made stuff, because this one is not a single as well. Like, it wasn't released as a single, but again, it has a visual music video to go with it. So here we go. Breaking Down.
All alone
Easy to applause. Easy to applause.
Yes. Although I would say of the songs we've listened to, this one, not like, I think it goes with what you were, excuse me. It goes with what you were saying, that things are going to slow down a little bit. We are 5 songs in. 5 of 12 right now. Yeah. And like, while it's, great sound, you can hear similar sounds from the previous songs. I can see, if I were listening to this album on like repeat, this one might be one where I'm like, oh yeah, there's that one again. I might skip it. It's like nothing wrong with the song. It just isn't one that's like connecting with me. I get that it's like lyrically, you can read through the lines and kind of get that it's, about maybe depression or anxiety, or, your old friend coming back and I'm breaking down again. Maybe something like that. I don't know. I had a harder time trying to like find my connection to this song. So
yeah. No, I get it. I think it's interesting because there's definitely the first 4 songs that had a sound, a theme, a grandness to it. Obviously this is intentionally put near the middle of the album. Not that it's buried per se, but it's near the middle of the album where, like, I think it's designed to be a bit of a breather. If you're listening to this album all the way through, like front to back, it's a bit of a breather because it has some very dark subjects, or at least lyrically, or even the soundscape is like very earthy and moving, and even it's grand and great. But this is a song that would have fit in the 60s, and I think that was on purpose. Obviously, the soundscape is very 60s-esque, like Burt Bacharach type sound to it. You've got the piano that down, it's very Abbey Road. I mean, she recorded this with the Beatles studios, the Beatles in mind, so it's very Beatles-esque. The video montage of the silent movie or whatever look that she's doing here is in tune with that. The video is to indicate like, oh, we filmed this in the 60s. Can't you tell? She probably has a kindred spirit to that era, and I think this is just her having a little bit of fun, a bit of a sidestep thematically from the rest of the album. So thematically, music-wise, it doesn't quite fit, but I enjoy these type of boppy poppy songs. So I had fun listening to it, but it doesn't resonate the way the other songs. Like, you don't feel the emotive emotion. This song, Nathan, it does have some darkness to it. So I think, again, this is another song where the lyrics are dark and heavy, but it's masked with an upbeat sound.
Yeah.
So, because the song addresses depression as a familiar, creeping presence from childhood fears into adulthood, with sorrowful whispered vocals contrasting an upbeat, upbeat piano melody. So we have this very common in songs like this. Hey, we're singing about depression. Da, da, da. So the lyrics portray depression greeting the singer at night, emphasizing healthier expression through writing rather than internalization. So Florence is saying, you know what? If you are feeling down, feeling depressed, write about it. In fact, that's very common. Therapists will tell you to write your feelings down, write what you're feeling. Yeah. All right. Cool. All right. For the last song for part 1 of our journey with this album, Nathan, is called, it's a song about us. It's a song about us. Lover to Lover. All right. Great. I didn't know she wrote a song about us. That's great. Here we go. Lover to. Oh, we're not supposed to say that publicly. I apologize. That's embarrassing. I apologize. I can edit that out before I can edit that out before we go to YouTube. I apologize.
Yeah, I can just see the conspiracy theorists now.
Oh yeah.
I knew it. They're hiding it.
I've been losing sleep.
Oh, there you go. You already feel something different
I've
going on
been
here.
keeping myself
bluesy.
awake. I've been wandering the streets for days and days and days, going from road to road, bed to bed, lover to lover, and black to red. But I believe there's no salvation for me now. No.
How good is that song?
Oh my goodness. I'm shocked that this isn't like, I don't know, that I haven't heard this.
Yeah, I've never heard
number
this
one.
before. No.
Number two, there's like, okay, I remember when Adele first came out with that song, her very famous first song. That was just kind of like, I remember hearing it on the radio or somebody played it for me, and I was like, oh my goodness, she's going back to, because what's the name of this song? Her very famous song.
Rolling in the deep.
Rolling in the deep. That's it.
Roll the deep fried food.
Oh my gosh. Jeez. I'm just gonna try not to. I'm gonna skip that joke. I heard that sound, and I thought like, wow, like that's a brave choice to go back to the like not miking up the drums, not doing like that's what they did in the 60s to get that sound. It was a captured sound of this is now us recording music this way, and this is how we do it. And it wasn't like until later, like you start miking everything, right, and everything can be balanced and just perfectly, you know, added. And for Adele to take that step to go, I'm just going to go back to kind of the old sound and use that. I thought, oh, this is great. I love this now. I love that that's what's, you know, we've accepted that it can still sound like that. Kind of, and then hearing this reminded me of the exact same thing. Like it had a little bit of like heard it through the grapevine.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
To me, that's where it kind of began. And then, of course, it took on its own shape with, you know, Florence's beautiful vocals, chilling vocals, I would even say. And then the theme of this, like, just like, there's no salvation for me now. I just keep losing sleep. I go from one place to the next, lover to lover. And like, it's a troubling, very like, not deep, not dark so much, but it is a little bit dark in that it's her struggling with what to do, going down this road and that road, and there's no salvation. I'm a lost cause kind of a thing. Yeah, it feels like this should be on I don't know, like a movie.
Sure. Yeah. So this was the fifth and final single from the album, sixth song on the album, and they could have led with this song.
Oh yeah.
This is, again, I don't want to rank, but I think I felt the most feels. The outro, that last minute, and the piano. So I think it's funny. The previous song had that 60s intro. I think it's designed to get you ready for this one, because this one combines that previous song breaking down, but with the other themes musically, with the other 2 to 4 songs, it combines it with this one. Because you still have that like Little Richard type piano playing, you know, and but with her incredible vocal power outro, it was such a what a great song. This is my favorite song on the album thus far. It might be a hard one to beat. I'm sure the other songs on side 2 will be just as great. Here's a little bit of background, Nathan, regarding the song, what's about. This explores restlessness, transient relationships, and rejecting salvation for a wandering, sinful life, moving from road to road, bed to bed. It conveys resigned acceptance of fleeting encounters, guilt from cheating, and emotional turmoil, with color shifts from black to red, which is, I love that part in the song, symbolizing darker states to anger or violence. Boy, there's a lot of dark themes on this album. Like you don't really catch it with the soundscape of the album, but very dark visions or visionary imagery. One last thing here. So yes, Nathan, did you look anything up?
No.
Okay, no,
I read the lyrics.
Because you nailed it. Well, I'm just because I got some production notes here. So this was inspired by 60s souls like Marvin Gaye, Otis Redding, and I heard it through a grapevine.
Oh, okay. That's awesome, because I can hear the song.
Yeah. It was written from an aggressive male soul singer perspective. There you go, the man's perspective. Welch was, at the time, Nathan was obsessed with Otis Redding and Sam and Dave, watching live videos for influence.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh,
Boy.
it comes through for sure. Like you can hear it.
Yeah, great stuff. I mean, this is what a great start to this album. We're halfway through our journey of Ceremonials, second album from Florence and the Machine. Good stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I wasn't like nervous about doing that. I was like, or apprehensive, but the part was like, is it? Do I like her? And I'm like, oh yeah, yeah. This is a great album. And
Oh yeah.
All right. Well,
I can't wait. I'm looking forward to have the whole thing. I'll be listening to this until we get to hear the second half. I can't say
you miss me. You miss me.
You can't say that's what she said to that. Thanks everybody, and we'll see you on the next one.
I come from planet Will. I come from planet